Um, yeah. Here we are. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the very first live workshop, project live workshop on the batch 8 of the Workplace Fundamental Skills Program. And today, July 19, 2025, is going to be one of those days where we practicalize all we have learned in the last 19 days. So, of course, I'm Dr. Adenisola Adio Adepoju, and I can see some of you are excited to actually get your hands dirty. Like Kingsley have said, if you are not on your laptop, you need to ensure that you are ready to work. This is a workshop. Workshop. Why I'm saying that is by the time you get into the breakout room, for those of you that don't have a laptop to work with, you are going to be a disadvantage to your team because the way we do this breakout room is we'll share you into rooms. Your teammates will allocate tasks to each and every member of that room. And because you don't have what to work with, you will slow down your team. And that is how it is in a proper workplace. The whole idea of this workshop and its aims will be addressed on the next slide. Okay, now, how does this work? The aim of this project, which is the first project under your badge, is to test your understanding of essential digital and soft skills that you may have covered in Module 1, 2, 3, and 4 as it is. Now we'll be testing your ability to communicate. We'll be testing your ability to work as a team, which is very, very important. Your time management skills. This entire workshop is going to be 1 hour, 30 minutes, and your basic digital skills and proficiency. We'll be testing all that. And of course, your presentation and design skills. Look, let me just be clear. Like you said, that your ability to communicate is going to determine the teams that will come here with the presentation and the teams that won't. Because what we have seen in the last 7 batches is the teams that easily get into the breakout room and someone takes ownership. When I say someone takes leadership control and say, oh, hi, my name is this and that, communicate and say, I'll be happy to, like lead this particular project session. I think here is what we should do. This person, do you have the ability to do it? And the person takes ownership and takes the bulk of the, like, let me say, the way a leader is you delegate and you look at the critical aspect of your projects that can have major consequences. You take that on and distribute the remaining tasks, get everybody involved, and ensure that as you are going along, everybody has access to the work and you're following up. That is what will determine the people that will submit work today and the people that will not submit work. Trust me, by the time you come back, you will say, oh, Doc said so. It is how you communicate in the first 5 minutes of you being in that breakout room that will determine every other thing you bring back to us. So please take your communication skills seriously in this workshop. Now, please, at the end of this workshop, it means that we must be able to say, oh, I am proficient at communication in a global workspace, meaning you are working with a group of people, different countries. When we started today, we were saying, oh, this person from Ghana, Zambia, this, da, 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 da. So it means that you will meet people from different parts of the world today that you're going to work collaboratively with. Now, I would also like to reiterate, I mentioned this at your onboarding, but I'm going to say it again. This experience is what you can refer to as having collaborated with people from multicultural backgrounds. This is an experience you can tell somebody, I've worked on a project with people from different countries. This is a part you can refer to as I've worked remotely on a project with people from different classes, backgrounds, and all that. It will qualify you. But the thing is, the experience needs to be lived. So if you go into the breakout room and you are not living the experience, there's nothing to narrate. Don't be that person who you just want to come and check up a calendar and say, they said we should attend. Please attend and participate. Interviewers can tell, and not just for interviews. When I say interviewers, I don't mean just jobs. I mean, you could be in a position where you're trying to get appointed as a board member or something, and they're asking you certain questions. Give us a time where you've collaborated work with people from different places. How did you navigate? If you did the work today, you can narrate it seamlessly because As humans, we can tell our own stories better than what we cram. When we read something in the book, it's easy to forget it. But when you live it, it's second nature. You will say, oh, I remember one of my team members from Zambia. You will even mention her name, right? And say, oh, she was having challenges with her network. And one of the things we did to navigate that is I told her to actually send me the link of her Google document. She made it open. I accessed the Google document. So she didn't have course to this thing. She was telling me what she wanted us to write on this thing while I was being the one transcribing. You will be able to narrate how you navigate a difficult situation to ensure you still achieve the aim of your project. I am saying all this so that you look at when you are living it, when you're about to live it, like, or when you get into that breakout room, you live the experience. You just don't be a passive person in your breakout room. Now that we know the aim of the project, the agenda of this workshop, of course, is introduction and welcome. We've done that. Program feedback, we decided against it this time around. This is typically the destiny. We say, oh, we want your feedback. What have you been doing? And everything like that. But here is what we are going to do this time around. We are going to leave that till after, because we want you to actually get to work immediately. But after the live workshop, we'll get that program feedback, right? We'll first, of course, you will present to us as a group, like you present the work, then we'll now take feedback. Please, Kingsley, take note of that order. When we come back from the breakout session, I want us to first listen to their group presentation, and then we'll take feedback, right? About the program and, of course, the live workshop from a couple of individuals. Now, I'm going to be explaining the tasks you are going to do today, which is the next thing on the agenda. You will then go into your breakout room and go and what? Get the work done for 1 hour, 30 minutes. Then you would come back into the general room. You would present 5 minutes only. 5 minutes only. So if you have like 3 groups, Group A will present 5 minutes, Group B will present 5 minutes, Group C will present 5 minutes. Okay, so make sure that your presentation is ready and everybody on your team has access to that presentation. Don't go and create a Canva, a Google presentation in such a way that they will now say, ma'am, the person that was supposed to present for us, the person has network issue, it threw them out, and he's the only person that can access the link. That is such a bad workflow in a typical workspace. Imagine you working with a group of people, all of you worked on that thing overnight, and say, you will present for us tomorrow. The person now gets into that incommunicado mode. What will happen in the workplace? All of us will be peeing in our pants because we are afraid that the only person that has access to that presentation is not around. But imagine if you did the work in a place where it's a Google Workspace, everybody has the link, and it is an open document that anybody can just pick that open link up and present it and shine. We are trying to use these live workshops to teach you exactly what it means to communicate, like to work in a place where you work collaboratively and define a proper workflow for work. That is what we are trying to do. Now let's go to this scenario. The management of iTrain Africa as an organization has decided to organize a physical end of year review for its hybrid team of 20 members. Right? We have some team members that work, maybe remotely, some work hybrid, and we are trying to think, maybe some team members are going to join us virtually, right? That is a scenario, typical scenario at iTrain Africa. Now, we want to have a retreat at the end of the year, and this retreat aims to discuss what and align our 2026 company goals and objective. It also hopes to foster team building and collaboration through interactive activities. Now, the third aim of this particular thing is to provide an opportunity for team members to connect in person. 3 major things. Please, this is a project, proper project that you need to think through. The scenario is what? Our end of year retreat. And 3 major things that we are saying why this end of year retreat. Discuss alignment and our goals for 2026. Foster team building and collaboration, and for people to meet themselves in person, networking. Now that you understand this scenario, Kingsley, you may start distributing this PDF in their communities. Now, There are two possible dates that are being considered for this particular scenario. Second Saturday of August 9, and the last Saturday of August 30th. Two possible weekends. So it means that we need to decide. Now, there are also 3 resorts that are being considered for this particular retreat. Ocean View Oasis Resorts, Golden Peak Resorts, and Lakeside Haven Resorts. Okay, don't worry. The PDF, you have it in your Telegram, and you can review it again. Now, what are you supposed to do when you get into the breakout room? You are supposed to let me rephrase that. These are the list of the 6 tasks that are expected of you in no particular order. In fact, the number 1 thing I listed is probably the last thing, as I'm just saying. But one of the tasks we want to also help, you need to critically think through a work scenario and its deliverables and ask yourself, in what order do I need to do it for me to achieve results? So we simply listed the tasks you would need to do. We did not arrange it in the order it should be done. You will need to learn how to think through a workflow and prioritize which one comes first, which one comes second. Now, a Zoom link needs to be created for the virtual brainstorming session. Remember, we said that some team members will be joining virtually this retreat. How do they join virtually? It is through Zoom. Another task that needs to be achieved in this workshop is you need to also design a Google form to collect the availability of team members for the said dates and venues. Meaning, when we put you in a breakout room, the task will be that one of you is going to create a Google form that is going to collect this information. Of course, name, email, you put the 3 dates, you put the 3 venues, you put the 2 dates, and your team members will fill that Google form. And the responses in that Google form, you will bring it back here for presentation. The third thing you will need to do upon when that Google form has been filled by all your team members, which is the team members of the resorts, right? You would send the resort an email requesting for reservation on the dates your team members choose for the results they choose. What does that mean? You will send us an email. Skilled for Work Academy. Sorry, what am I saying? Skilled for Work Africa @gmail.com. Please, Kingsley, type that in the comment section. And after this, please put it in this slide, edit it and put that email in front of that item number 3 for future purposes. You will send an email. We are the resorts. We want to see that email of you being at the resorts. Like, we are the resorts that will confirm your reservation. So you send an email to skilledforworkafrica@gmail.com. skilledforworkafrica@gmail.com. We want to see it. Okay? Skilled for Work. So we will acknowledge your email. Kingsley will be waiting for those emails from the groups. The next thing you need to do is create an event flyer using Canva, meaning, you've agreed on date, on resort. You need to create a flyer to say, iTrain Africa 2026 retreats. You put the dates, the venue, the time, and the focus of the retreats, right? Print a flyer for this retreat. Now, you are going to also develop a presentation to report and analyze your work. You will come here with a presentation to give us report about this entire scenario. I will tell you what must be on your presentation. Lastly, you are going to create Slack, whatever means of communication. Bottom line, we need you to collect the images of your team members right here, because on your presentation slide, the second slide is going to be team members, their picture and their names. Their picture and their names. So if you have 5 in your breakout room, When you come here and you are presenting, slide 2 must be team that did the work. So let me give you hints. Where I've seen people fall short the most is they leave item 6 for the last. They don't start asking team members to submit their name and images. By the time they are now designing slide, that is when they will now remember to go and create Slack and say, at that time, we don't see that particular slide. Another mistake I have seen people make is waiting to first get all they need before they start creating the slide. It will shock you that you need to first do some base work, start designing the cover slide, start designing the team slide where you insert their image. While you are waiting for their images, you can just tell them, as you are on the Zoom, call me your full name so I can start typing it under your image. You have put all the image you want to. So as you are dropping the image, you're just sliding it inside. I would advise proper coordination and delegation of your work. Someone can be assigned to create the Zoom link. Someone can be assigned to create the Google form. Technically, your Google form will determine what you put on your flyer, but I will also advise whoever is creating the Canva image for the flyer, right? Start doing it even as you are waiting for the results. Why? You would have at least, you know what it is. Retreat 2026, iTrain Africa to, you put the punchline. You would have done design. You would have done design. You're just waiting for confirmation of date and time. Now, what is going to be on your presentation slide? 6 things. Cover slide to say this is a presentation, cover slide. Slide 2 must be your team, meaning 5 people, images, and this is your team. Slide 3 must be the Canva flyer. Canva flyer you're going to use to do promotion for the events. Sorry, that's slide 4. Slide 3 must be the result of your, what's it called, of your Google form. Now, what is the result of your Google form? The result of your Google form is after your team members filled, you will not just come here and tell me 5 people chose Ocean Lake Resort. No, I want to see it, how they chose. Meaning, when they fill that Google form, you will click on responses. Those responses, whether it is a bar chart or it is a pie chart, that is showing you that 3 people chose this, 2 people chose this, and majority carries the vote, you will copy that pie chart out like this. You will now dump it on your presentation slide. So when you come here, it is how people voted I want to see. You cannot just type 3 people chose, 2 people chose, so we picked none. You will show me that, whether it is pie chart or bar chart, that shows how people voted for the dates and how your team members voted for the time. You would copy those pie or bar charts out and dump it on the presentation slide. That is slide 3. Slide 4 is now the image of your Canva design. Slide 5 should contain the Zoom link, right? Just put the Zoom link to the events and the color code that you use to design your flyer. Take, for instance, you used blue and pink to design your flyer. Whatever the shade of that blue and pink is, that ash 3, 4, 6, 1, some, you will put it on that. I want you to identify the color code of that flyer on page 5 alongside the Zoom link that they will use to attend the events. Slide 6 is thank you very much. God bless you. However, remember that you owe us an email, meaning whoever, after you people are making, I would suggest that as one person is creating Google form, one person is creating Zoom link, one person is starting to create Canva design, one person is already developing the presentation, while one person is in charge of saying, oh yeah, send your image to me. Send your image so that I can give it to the person. Or better is even the person that is designing the Canva, that is designing the presentation, that will say, send your image with your name to my email address. So let the last person be the person that is sending an email to us as an academy. Remember, how we taught you how to write proper emails with clear subject reservation for. You know, how we taught you how to do an email on this program. Yes. So one person can be doing your Zoom. One person can be doing your Canva. One person needs to be writing us who are the results for reservation. One person can be doing your what? Your Google form, while another person is doing your presentation and another person is doing your Canva. Delegate and coordinate. Your ability to deliver this task within 1.5 hours is on delegation and coordination. You see where I said that? If you came to this meeting to watch my fine face and listen to me, you'll be doing your team a disservice because they are relying on you to actively participate in this workshop. And they are relying on you to deliver in this workshop on time. 1 hour, 30 minutes, and we will be opening the breakout room for you to go there and work. That means at 5 p.m. West African time, your team, you should, my advice again, whoever is doing the presentation, whether it is Google slide or Canva slide, the moment you create that presentation, so you create it, you've not even done anything, open it, make sure anybody have access to it. In case by the time you come back, you want to come and present and they say, oh, it is you that will present, our network throws you out. Every of your team member has access to that drive. Also, whoever is probably creating the Canva design, immediately you create it, make it anybody can edit or access. Why? Should network throw you out, you can, your team members can survive without you. Remember the rule of collaboration in a remote space. Make sure you are not the only person that has access to what you are working on, or else your team will cry by the time network shows you shaggy. Now, each team will present for 5 minutes. Team 1 will present first when they come back. Team 2 second. Team 3 third. Team like that, like it is number 1 to 5. So if you know you are team 1, as you enter this breakout room like this, make sure that you people agree on who we, maybe halfway. Say, oh, who is presenting for us? Because here is what happens. Your team can do this entire work and you will not present. The moment you say, oh, we are back and we are this, we are that, and team 1 present, we start to count your 5 minutes. Because you're supposed to share your screen. If you like, be doing, oh yeah, where are you now? Oh yeah, where are you now? 2 minutes gone. If it is only 1 minute, it's only present for 1 minute and we are going to judge you by that 1 minute. So please, proper coordination and planning is how you come back and show us what you've got. Thank you very much. Kingsley will now coordinate your breakout room sessions, and breakout rooms will be opened, and we would just give me a minute. How many people do we have on the call? 40. So we have 5 breakout rooms. And we would open breakout rooms now. See you in 1 hour, 30 minutes, which is 5:05 West African time. You have now been assigned to your breakout room. There will be a pop-up on your screen. There will be a pop-up on your screen. Join your breakout room. Yes, please go ahead.
Did you create another room?
Oh, I didn't know you had created one.
Okay, let me just.
I have.
It's like they are joining your own already.
Yes, they are joining. Yes.
The sequence of what our slide will contain. I think that's already been explained to you, Negesa. Based on those tasks, the number 1, number 2, number 3, that's how you have to give us the results, deliveries of those tasks on those slides. The first slide carries number 1 task, goes to the same second slide, third slide, down to the 5th one.
So what I said was on slide 1 is your cover slide, your slide 2 is your team, your slide 3 is the result of your chat, which is showing the responses from your Google form. Your slide 4 is your Canva image. Your slide 5 is you dropping in the Zoom link and the color code of what you used to design your flyer. Your slide 6 is thank you very much for coming. Slide 1, your cover slide. Slide 2, your team slide. Slide 3 is your responses from your Google form, your charts. Slide 4 is your Canva design for this thing. Slide 5 is the Zoom link for your event and the color code of the design. And slide 6 is thank you. So Kingsley, another thing you can do is please create another slide on this presentation and highlight it in the same way I just mentioned it now for future purposes. Please, everybody can join their breakout rooms now. Kingsley, I'm handing this over to you.
Okay. I still have, let me see, 50 persons are still here. Please, we practiced how to join this breakout room last week. So, all right, you guys are joining already. Zeno, bye. I'm going to assign you to a room now. You are the only one that is not assigned. The rest of you still in the general room. You already been assigned to a breakout room. Zeno, you've been assigned to a breakout room. Onyocha, join your breakout room. You've already been assigned.